Hi, Jeremy Cordeaux in the Court of Public Opinion. I'm just on air here to let you know that we'll be live streaming the Court of Public Opinion every Friday between 9 o'clock and 12 on jeremycordeaux.com. Please join us. We'd love to have you.
Callum, what do you think is the best feeling in the world?
Jeez. I would say up there would be things like the claw machine, where you actually pick up something in the claw machine and it's by the little tuft of something, and you actually grab it and it slots into your hands.
Jeez, that is a good feeling.
Great one, isn't it? It's rare. It's very rare.
It's very rare. Do you know what else is I would argue a better feeling and just as rare, if not rarer?
Tell me.
Picking up money off the ground. Happened to me yesterday.
It did.
It was a great day. You were there.
Yeah.
We were with a few other people. We were going out for some lunch, get some food, and I noticed something on the ground, and I noticed it at the same time as our social media man, Gavin.
Yeah.
But he was kind enough to let me take it.
It is a bit of an awkward one because you were walking with Gavin, and I think both of you eyed it off and you both exclaimed the same verbal excitement at the same time. But
I think I was a little quicker, and I was like, is that $20? And he went, ooh! And I was like, and he was like, you can have it.
Replay. Let's go back. I want to see what happened.
Went to the VAR.
Yeah. Had someone assess it, some commentator. But yes, of course, Gavin was nice enough to say, hey, you know what, you take it. And you know what, even better feeling, finding money on the way to lunch. The fact that we were on the way to lunch is even better, that you think, hey, I can spend this on a beer or something like that. This
is true. I could have afforded my whole lunch with this $20.
Yes.
But I thought, no. You know why? I want to try and find the owner of this $20.
Hey, and it's a big call to make because it never really gets done because, I guess if you were to find $500 on the floor, that's the point where I feel like it gets in that legal territory.
I wouldn't be looking for the owner.
But some people would probably think, hey, that's in that legal territory where I have to return it or find the owner or something like that.
Yeah.
$20 is in that kind of minuscule amount where people just pocket it. I mean, it's $20.
Absolutely.
It's just, hey, I'll let that one slide.
I've thought about it.
I'm not going to worry the police with $20 and try and find the person. The person would probably want me to spend it on my lunch.
Well, exactly right. But I thought, hey, let's give it a shot. Let's see if we can return this $20 right now on the show. If you lost $20 on Rundle Street yesterday, give us a buzz. If you can give me all the details, I will give you this $20 back.
Now, Tom, you are opening up some huge doors here because I tell you who's going to call up right now. People who that $20 doesn't belong to. You're going to get people trying to swindle us. There's going to be a lot of people coming through Pandora's box saying, hey, that's my $20, and we damn well know it's not. But that's why. That's why I want to say, Tom, if you think you can swindle us, if you think you can pull a fast one and try and convince me and Tom that it is your $20, then go ahead. Because we will allocate this $20 to someone who we think it belongs to.
If you can convince me this is your $20, I will return it to you by the end of the week. Maybe not this week, maybe next week.
It dwindles down to a solid $17. Sorry, I bought some lolly strips from the servo.
We're going to go to our first caller here, who's actually Taylor from our work day. Taylor, good morning to you. You reckon this is your $20?
First of all, I'd just like to say thank you so much for finding my money.
Let me,
I'm not convinced at all that it's yours, Taylor.
So I reckon it was maybe 12:40 yesterday, and I went out to go get some lunch of my own, and I got my sunglasses and my headphones out of my bag, and that's when it happened. I lost it right around the Exeter. So if that's where you found it, that's mine.
I mean, let me interject there, Taylor, because we were also at the Exeter for lunch and, in the same vicinity as you at around the same time. Ooh. And we didn't we didn't see it there. It was in a different spot. It wasn't around the Exeter.
It was before we committed to having lunch at the Exeter. We were a little further up Rundle Street.
Damn it. Damn, I tried.
Now,
Sorry,
can we ask Taylor, was this a classic swindle or have you actually lost $20 yesterday?
I am so broke, guys. I need that $25.
You fraud. Get off the phone line.
Thoughts and prayers go out to you, Taylor. Thanks for getting involved. Hey, we've got Phil from Davern Park on the line. Phil, mate, is this your $20?
Yeah.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's my mate.
pretty
It's
quick
your
on
mates.
it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So what happened with your mate? Did your mate hit you up yesterday and say, I've lost $20? How do you know about it?
No, well, so it was like he came into work this morning and he said he took the Sheila out on a date, and he was in the city and he went to go pay for his date, pulled out his wallet, and he didn't have any money left.
Right. Okay. So a bit of a date kerfuffle.
And what?
Yeah.
He reckons he had $20 in there, but it just
he
mysteriously vanished.
Yeah, he reckons he had $20 and it must have fell out of his wallet like while he was walking or something.
Yeah, okay.
And where was he? I'm gonna spring you with a few little quick fire questions. Where was he going on the date?
Probably just to a local Macca's near the city.
All right. What was the girl's name?
Jenna.
Jenna. Going to Macca's for a date with Jenna.
Yeah, well, he's a tighter.
Oh, he sounds like a Casanova.
And is he still talking to Jenna? Was she a bit unimpressed by the lack of $20?
Oi, Phil, are you still talking to Jenna? Yeah, he's still talking to Jenna.
I don't know, Tom. I think I have to appreciate the effort a little bit.
I like the effort too much. Phil, your mate can have his $20 back.
Yeah, we got the $20.
Now, Phil, before you celebrate too much, we have to know, was this a swindle? Was it actually his $20?
Oh, mate, $20 is $20.
Hey, well, it's all yours. It's all yours.
Callum, you and
Yeah.
I have to have a little chat, mate.
Go for it.
It's come to my attention recently that you have been evacuating this building to use the facilities at a neighbouring business.
Yeah. I thought this would come to light.
Yeah.
And someone
It's been going on
eventually...
for a couple months now.
Someone would eventually have to catch the bandit.
I wouldn't be calling yourself the bandit when we're talking about this.
The bathroom bandit. Yes, there's been a few times where I don't really feel like going to the bathroom here, so I have been going to a neighbouring place, a business around in this vicinity in the city.
Yeah.
And the reason being, and I think a lot of people may be able to relate to it, is that, one, feel like I want a little bit of a holiday. Sometimes you want a scenic change for the bathrooms.
No.
Number two, there's a lot of people that are downstairs here at the office, and the idea of walking out of the bathrooms and being like, hey, and then, there's about 10 people down here knowing exactly what you've done puts me off a little bit sometimes. Sometimes I do
you're
go
going to a more public bathroom.
It's not that more public. Because every time I've been,
you don't know who else is going to be in the other business. You know who's going to be here. Your co-workers.
Yeah, well, I don't.
It's like offensive, if anything, that you decide not to use the ones here.
I don't care if I bump into random strangers at this other facility. It's more so I don't want to bump into co-workers. That's the whole point. As I'm coming out of the bathroom,
Right.
I find it kind of weird. So it doesn't matter if it's like another public spot with randoms.
Well, yes, I did want to bring this up, but you're not even the worst. There's another person we work with. I don't know if you've heard this story, but there's someone that works here in the Fresh building. I'm not going to name and shame it on air, but they'll know who they are if they're listening. They go all the way home to use their own personal bathroom.
Right,
rather
yeah.
than use any here or anywhere in the city.
So I have heard this about this specific person. It doesn't come up often, so I thought it was myth. It comes up once in a blue moon, but it's come up enough where I believe it. But the person lives maybe 15 minutes away from the city.
I'd say 20.
Do you reckon? 20 on a high traffic day?
20 with traffic and a couple red lights, easy.
Yeah,
easy.
so, well, let's call it, say, 20 minutes it takes them to get back to the bathroom, 20 minutes back to work, and they do that because I guess they just don't like, they're pretty hygiene conscious. Not that it's, unhygienic here at Fresh, but they just don't like the idea that they're sharing the bathroom with someone.
I've heard apparently they've never used a public bathroom
Wow.
and will always go to their home.
Ever. Right.
This is what I've heard along the grapevine. But then our content director, Sophie, she upped the ante again and said that someone in her family living in Sydney would drive from Sydney CBD to like the outer suburbs. It was like a 40-minute trip.
Yeah.
Because this person in the family didn't want to go to the bathroom in front of her new partner.
Yeah. That's a bizarre one in front of the new partner. Like, that's really a barrier you should break early on.
This is a 40-minute one-way trip. So a round trip, 80 minutes this is taking.
It can't be done. Imagine if you're busting. You'd be constantly calculating in your head, I have to leave at a certain amount of time so I'm not going to explode on the highway as I'm going down for my 40-minute trek.
Literally.
Not to be graphic.
I want to open up the phone lines here. How far did you go to not use the toilet?
We did get a text on the text line here from one of the Fresh fam. Someone said, we work in the CBD and my boss will drive to his home in Inglewood to go to the toilet. So that one's immediately topped the person we work with. I didn't think it could get much worse, but Inglewood?
Yeah.
That's pretty far.
That's a hefty trip. Hey, let's go to Danny and Elizabeth. Danny, good morning to you. How far did you go to not use the toilet?
It's not really about me, mate. It's about my wife. Like, she works in the city and we live at Elizabeth. And she'll quite often get home and just be like, I need a poo. And I'll be like, why didn't you go at work, you know? Like,
yeah.
And she's just too embarrassed to go because the toilet must be near like where they'll work. So they're all worried that they're going to smell or whatever.
Oh, right. Hey, Danny, what's your wife's typical work day? Is it a 9 to 5 sort of gig?
Nah, 12 to 8 normally, or maybe a 3 to 11. But, you know, I said, she come bursting through the front door, like, I need a poo. Like, babe, everyone poos. Just go.
There's a book about it.
You know what, though? 8 hours, I feel like that's getting to that kind of dangerous territory. If you really need to go, it might rupture your stomach a little bit.
I can't do it, man. Like, I can't. I don't know how she does it. Like, she's a freak, and she's going to kill me for ringing up and saying this stuff.
Hey, superpowers come in weird fashions, don't they? Now,
good on you, Danny.
Now, we got Sarah in Flagstaff Hills. Sarah, can you tell us, what is the bathroom ritual?
Well, I can never go in front of another person unless it's my family. And I once had to go to Queensland to do some work for 8 days, and I stayed with a lady. And I could not go the whole time.
Wow.
I went for 8 days.
8 days. Sorry, Danny's wife before on the last call was 8 hours. You lasted 8 days without going to the bathroom.
I know. It was horrible. It was horrible.
What happened?
I just could not go.
Is there health concerns? Like, does it make you feel a bit iffy or?
Surprisingly, I was okay. I mean, when I got home, I was very relieved. But, yeah.
So, Sarah, we're talking no bathroom trips at all? Nothing?
No number twos, no.
Okay. All
nothing.
Right.
I could not.
Did anyone catch on to the fact that you haven't been to the bathroom? Was anyone sitting there being like, hey, weird question, but have you gone to the bathroom?
No, thank God. No, they didn't. I mean, they didn't mention it, but and I didn't say anything, but I did try to sneak off to walk to a public toilet to see if I could go there, but of course I can't go in public toilets. So
okay.
It was horrible. Yeah.
Jeez, and the flight back as well.
I mean, I got to say, Sarah, you're taking the cake at the moment. 8 days. That's how far you went to not use the toilet.
I wouldn't want to do it again. I just thought of it. I wouldn't want to do it again.
No, you wouldn't.
I wonder what the diet was over there on holiday. Just eating a whole lot less. Just
wouldn't be mangoes, that's for sure.
Tom, we want to do something pretty out there. It's something that we haven't really asked properly if we can do. It's kind of just been thrown around lightly. A few people have said, nah, people aren't going to want to do it.
Yeah, they've said, you guys are idiots. No one would want to do this with you. And we said, well, we'll try anyway.
Well, that's what they said about the moon landing too, I'm sure.
I mean, they still do. Some people.
But of course, we want to pioneer something and do something a little bit different and try and push for it and do something a bit fun as opposed to what people are saying. But hey, it's first day back of school on Monday next week.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there might be some kids going back on Tuesday, but Monday, Tuesday nonetheless is most people starting school.
Generally, yes, around Monday. And what we want to propose is that Tom and I are thinking, it's the first day back, stressful times for parents, things like that.
Yep.
We want to see, can we take your kid to school? We're going to hop in a car and we're going to do a live broadcast from the car, drive into school, drive in style and pull up to the school with Tom and Callum.
Now, this is classic Tom and Callum style. We haven't asked anyone for any sort of permission around the office. We've just decided if we put it out there on radio, they'll have to back us up.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we're doing. We don't know if we'll have the fresh car, which is a beautiful, nice BMW, or if we'll have my unair-conditioned 1998 Daihatsu Charade.
Well, that's why I say loosely drive in style, because there is a chance your kid could be in a very non-air conditioned car in the Daihatsu. A bit of a bumpy ride, but so we'll see what happens. And, another alternative, we could just get a taxi.
Yeah.
A taxi genuinely could be on the cards.
Adelaide Independent might need to pick us up. I mean, my car could break down at any moment for all we know.
So it's a bit precarious, your car. So that is definitely on the cards to do the taxi for sure.
And this is our proposition for you, Fresh Fam. If you have kids starting school next week, we'll do it during the breakfast show. We'll broadcast live on our way to drop your kid to school. Would you like Callum and myself to drive your kid to school for their first day back of 2024?
That's it, driving in moderate style. Potentially a Daihatsu, and this is exactly why, Tom, the words clown car has been thrown around the station a bit. That's what I've been hearing around the grapevine, but no, we're not idiots. This will be a fun get back to school kind of thing.
We're going to Sheridan in North Haven. Sheridan, good morning to you. How are you?
G'day, guys. How's it going?
Very good. How are you?
Very well. Now, Sheridan,
Very well, thanks.
you would let Callum and I drive your child to school?
I would.
Cool, awesome. And what's your kid's name?
Her name is Shay.
Shay. And does Shay love going to school or not a fan of it? What's the go?
No, she's happy to go every day, which I'm super happy about.
All right, cool. And is this a load off your back? You get a bit of a sleep in or something, or what happens?
Oh, somewhat. I get a bit of a sleep in, but I've got to get her out of bed, though, first. That's my issue in the mornings.
Yeah, that's the toughest part.
She loves to sleep in.
Yeah.
Hey, Sheridan, as well, what school does Shay go to?
She goes to North Haven.
Oh, awesome.
North Haven,
yeah,
all right.
That's around my area.
Yeah. Well, that could definitely work. Sheridan, we'll get back to you. Let's go to Simone in Paralawi. Simone, would you let Callum and I drive your kids to school?
Absolutely.
Next question, why?
Kind of trust you, I think.
Yeah.
Smart. That's smart. You should trust us. And how old is your kid?
She's 13 and she's starting year 8 this year.
Oh, okay. High school.
Yeah, big milestone. First day back at school, but also first day of high school. That's pretty cool.
Jeez, it would be a good way to rock up to your first day at high school.
Oh, you'd be
from the clown car.
Would you not be? It could either go one of two ways. You'd either be a trendsetter and you'd be one of the cool people at high school, or they'd be like, "Geez, you rocked up with Tom and Callum." Oh, okay. Maybe you'll be sitting by yourself at lunchtime.
Simone, how many kids do you have?
I've got 2 out of school and 1 in school.
Okay, and what's the kid's name that's in school?
Indy.
Indy.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And
All right.
first day back at high school. Geez. Simone, we'll have to get back to you as well. Let's go to Kim in Belair. Kim, you would let Callum and I drive your kids to school?
Well, I thought I'd put you to the test and see if you could successfully do it.
See if we can get A to B. No kerfuffles.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, you're making out like it's all fun and games, but, we've got to line them up, make sure they've got all their gear.
oh, yeah.
And then and they'll request some songs along the way, but the big one that they like to do is at the kiss and drop, you've got to get out and actually dance.
Dance?
You've got to dance. Okay.
That's not a thing.
Oh.
Well,
No, you're playing us.
No, my kids actually get quite embarrassed when I crank the music up at kiss and drop and get out and dance in front of the car.
Hey, I mean, we'd do it for you, Kim. That it does sound fun. Now, how many kids do you have? How many will we be dropping off?
We've got 2 drop-offs, guys. We've got the senior school first, and he's a little bit sheepish. He might get a little bit embarrassed, but then we head to the junior school, and we've got 2 kids there. So you've got 3, and you've got double trouble.
Jeez, that's a full car.
Wow, we got a full tribe of kids there. All right, that's a challenge, isn't it?
Well, that's what it's meant to be. I mean, I'm not sure if you're ready for kids or not. This will be a good test.
That's it. It'll be the test to see if we're ready for fatherhood or not. Jeez. Well, that's 3. We've got 3 people on the line that are willing to trust us with their kids to drop them off to school. I think we're going to have to take this further to the corporate fat cat. Simone, Sheridan, Kim, stay on the line. We'll grab some more details. We're going to talk to the fat cat upstairs later on and see if we can get this happening, and we'll drop all of your kids off next week.
I think we definitely
crossed.
have to talk to the fat cat because he is probably fuming upstairs, shaking his tail, thinking, what the hell have they done?
And Callum, I think I've got a pretty easy question for you.
Yep.
Would you like to be a millionaire?
Sure.
Yeah, well, I might be able to help you out. And anyone listening right now, I've actually got some insider trading tips now for you to become a millionaire in tonight's Powerball, which is $150 million.
Hey, it would be very nice. 150 is one of the huge jackpots you can win.
Even splitting that up would be nice.
Jeez.
You know, this is the second highest lottery ever in Australia.
Wow.
And yeah, I've got some tips about it.
So, have you gone to the future? Have you seen what's happening? How did you get this strategy to know the numbers?
Nothing crazy like going to the future or anything. No, I went to a news website.
Oh, yeah.
And they posted it.
Oh,
so
great. Yeah.
I'm not the only person with this information.
Hey, just keep in mind, if you are going to use these numbers, there may be other people using it too, but hopefully you can go for that little split.
Yes. So the numbers my grubby little mitts have gotten, the most frequently drawn winning numbers and the least frequently drawn, and also the most frequently drawn Powerball numbers and the least frequently drawn.
Yeah, cool.
So, because tonight is $150 million, it's a huge amount of money.
Massive.
This is a lottery. There's going to be millions of Aussies out there trying to win this money. Here are the most frequently drawn winning numbers from the main barrel: 17, 7, 11, 2, 3, and 9.
11's my birthday. Makes sense. Lucky number. If your birthday correlates with any of those, you could be in with a little bit of success.
There you go. I won't bother going through the least frequently drawn numbers.
Well, don't tell anyone. You don't want people to tune in halfway and think you're talking about the good numbers and then you screw everyone over.
That's it, yeah. And I'm hoping a nice steak dinner. If anyone listening right now wins the Powerball tonight, a nice steak dinner would be lovely.
Oh, so that's why you're doing it. You're doing it for compensation because, you think if I recycle these numbers from a news website and someone wins with these numbers, maybe they'll do something nice for me.
I won't lie to you, Callum. I don't have a lotto ticket myself.
I don't have the money to pay for one, but if you do happen to win, yes, a nice steak dinner with potatoes and a bit of gravy would be swell.
Maybe a nice bottle of red to go with it, you know?
I think you would cop a chalky milk from the survey if it comes down to it.
I'm not asking for the world.
No.
The most frequently drawn Powerball numbers are 19 and 2.
So it's that simple, 19 and 2.
Yeah, for the Powerball number.
Okay, right.
But the main barrel, I'll go over them one more time. 17, 7, 11, 2, 3, and 9. Powerball numbers are 19 and 2. If you have a Powerball ticket right now and you check it and you have any of these numbers, there's a good chance, not a guarantee, but there's a good chance you could win the jackpot and take Tom out for a nice steak dinner.
Hey, this is what I'd like to see. If anyone wants to I think someone out there should just grab those numbers and run with it.
Absolutely. There you go, Fresh Fam. Best of luck to anyone who is going up for the 150 mil tonight.
We'll see you at the steakhouse.
Hi, Jeremy Cordeaux in the Court of Public Opinion. I'm just on air here to let you know that we'll be live streaming the Court of Public Opinion every Friday between 9 o'clock and 12 on jeremycordeaux.com. Please join us. We'd love to have you.